Welcome back, everybody. This is the Now Morning Show right here on TTT, also on Talk City 91.1 FM, TTT Live online on Facebook, and you can catch us anywhere you are in the world, just watching us online on that live stream. All right, so we are speaking about the Rio Claro Heritage Festival Committee and what they are doing for Indian arrival, and to commemorate that, we have actually a number of events that already started on May 19th. With me this morning to speak about that is Dr. Padma Venkatraman, who's a scientist and oceanographer. She also is the author of a few books. I have with me as well Ako Mutota, who is the chairman of the Rio Claro Heritage Festival Committee. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, and thank you for having us.
So the Rio Claro Heritage Festival, and what you are doing to commemorate Indian Arrival Day. Now, you have carded some events that already started on May 19th.
Yes.
And so let's talk about what is planned.
Yeah, we have events planned at the Arima Library on Friday at 4:30. We have events planned at the St. Helena Library, Mofat Trace, at 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. And then we also have on Saturday evening an event at the Lloyd Best Institute of the Caribbean on Tunapuna Road in Tunapuna. Prior to that, we had our launch at Fondos Village in Rio Claro.
Right.
We have visited several schools. This morning, for example, we are visiting 2 schools in San Fernando. Yesterday, we visited schools in Princestown,
right.
Schools in Barrackpore, and we will continue to do that.
A countrywide school tour,
yes,
pretty much.
Basically the southeast, where we are focused, and
right.
also we'll be going to the women's prison
Okay.
tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, right? But let me just give a brief on the Heritage Committee.
Sure, but let me bring
Yes.
Dr. Venkatraman into the conversation a little bit, because I know a lot of this is featuring your work and what you do as a scientist and oceanographer.
Yes.
So moving forward with that, so all these locations that you visited thus far and that are planned to be visited, it's featuring her work.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about your work, Doctor.
All right, I'll talk to you a little bit about the latest book that I've written, because I think it involves a lot of different social issues. It is a book that draws on my own life, but it's about 2 girls who run away from home because of domestic violence and find themselves homeless on the streets of Chennai city in India and hungry. And there they meet 2 young men
Right.
who help them. And I think the book is important because it shows you a different kind of masculinity that is heroes. Often heroes in literature are those who, punch each other up or
Right,
or
yeah.
ridiculous things like that. But to me, the heroes, the real heroes who are men who are brave enough and secure enough that they can support women. And so that in part is what the book is about. I speak to children about that. When I speak to young people in schools, I speak to them also about the fact that domestic violence is something that no one should tolerate.
Exactly.
That a woman should only be with a man who fully respects her in
Right.
every way, and that is the only kind of person to give respect back to as well. And so it's about all of that, and it is about these very serious topics, but it is also a young adult book, and you'll find that young adults tend to laugh about situations
Right.
wherever they are. And so there's a lot of laughter in the book as well,
Of course,
although it is
of
about
course.
these difficult
Although
things.
it is like serious topics.
Yes.
You said something very interesting there on the topic of masculinity and changing the narrative, so to say,
Right.
of what masculinity really stands for.
Right.
What has been some of the responses of the people you have spoken with about that?
They have been wonderful. I mean, I will speak just about the responses that I've had from the children in Trinidad. There's been so many wonderful questions. We were at school yesterday where children were lining up to ask questions. And in public, sometimes they're a little shy. And usually after that, I sign books.
Right.
And I speak to them one-on-one a little
right.
bit. And then they open up even more sometimes. And then they speak to me about so many things. I think there's clearly no lack of intelligence in this country, no lack of enthusiasm. And something else that I really want to tell children is this: we are on TV right now,
Right.
and that's wonderful, and it is a very important medium. By no means would I say it's not. But when you read a book, you enter not just a different place or a different time maybe. Not everybody has a ticket to travel to India, but you can certainly travel to India through the pages of the book,
Right.
Bridge Home. But the most important thing is that you travel into someone else's mind and someone else's heart.
And someone else's experience.
Someone else's experience.
Right.
And then you identify with the character, and when you do that, And when you close the book, you still carry that character in your heart. And I think through a book, it increases your compassion because you start to see through the eyes of someone else, and you really start to understand their soul. And that, I think, is really the power of books, that it increases empathy and compassion
and
in
really
the world.
valuable. Just before we close off, Chairman Ako Mutota, just tell me quickly about the what is coming next for the festival, and then we close
What is
off
coming next for the festival is June 19th, Labor Day, very significant for Rio Claro, because a lot of people do not know that in 1937, more people died in Rio Claro than in Faizabad. 4 people were killed, 14 were shot. It is on our Facebook page. That history is there. So we are having an event.
And definitely we have to, we could reach out to you via 6440849.
No, the best numbers would be 365-9727.
365-9727
or 378-8556, or visit our Facebook page at Rio Claro Heritage Committee.
All right, thank you so much, Ako Mutota, who is the chairman of the Rio Claro Heritage Festival Committee, and Dr. Padma Venkatraman, scientist and oceanographer.